This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, an overnight fire destroyed 3 businesses along the waterfront in Port Clyde.
The Courier-Gazette reports the fire started shortly before 11 p.m. According to that report, the fire burned through the Monhegan Boat Line, the Dip Net Restaurant, and Port Clyde General Store. The restaurant and general store are well known as hubs for the village during the summer season. According to the Bangor Daily News, the fire also extended into Linda Bean's main Wyeth Art Gallery, destroying 3 original paintings by Jamie Wyeth, one of which is reportedly worth around $100,000. The Courier-Gazette reports firefighters worked throughout the night and into the morning to fully extinguish those flames. Luckily, there were no reported injuries, but just a terrible sight right there.
We head now to Washington, D.C., as there are just 2 days left for Congress to act before a likely government shutdown. So far, there is no hint of a deal on the horizon. ABC's Liz Landers is in the nation's capital with more.
Congress barreling towards a government shutdown as time continues to run out to strike a deal. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is now negotiating with Senate Republicans and Democrats to add border provisions to the Senate's own stopgap funding measure to keep the government open.
I've talked this morning to some Democratic senators over there that are more aligned with what we want to do. They want to do something about the border.
One of the loudest voices blocking McCarthy from passing a short-term spending bill is far-right Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. And those tensions reportedly boiled over in a closed-door meeting with the speaker.
My frustration is that we're $33 trillion in debt, running $2 trillion annual deficits with no real end in sight. That's my frustration.
Congressional Democrats on the offense, criticizing the GOP for holding an impeachment inquiry on Joe Biden just 2 days before the government shuts down, pointing out the financial pain a closure would cost Republican constituents.
In Chairman Comer's district, Republicans' shutdown will cost 8,937 of his constituents their paychecks. In Jim Jordan's district, Republicans' shutdown will cost 3,939 of his constituents their paychecks.
And millions of federal workers could potentially lose pay, a prospect that is already worrying military families like the Carriggs, who have a daughter with health issues.
The question has really become, what can we get rid of? Who can we borrow money from in order to do what we need to keep her alive?
We are American workers, and we want to do our job. It's Congress that's locking us out of our job. We want to go do our job.
Speaker McCarthy telling reporters that he has still not spoken with President Biden about funding the government. The White House says that House Republicans will get full blame for a government shutdown. On Capitol Hill, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Well, back here at home, leaders and thousands of Mainers are also worried about how a government shutdown is going to impact the state. Our Grace Blanchard shares more from them.
Initially, we likely won't see any impact. It will impact the workers, but not directly to the airport.
A government shutdown would have a major impact on federal employees all across the state, including here at the Bangor International Airport. According to a spokesman from TSA New England, TSA employs more than 50,000 officers at more than 440 federalized airports nationwide.
We're fortunate that we talk with them on a daily basis, so we know what some of the struggles that they might face are fairly early on, and we just try to do the best we can to support them.
The last time we had one of these shutdowns, TSA people were getting Hannaford gift cards from people in order to put food on the table.
Senator Angus King says we would see widespread impact here in Maine.
Whether it's TSA or the Department of Agriculture or Acadia National Park, those are families that are put at risk by this.
For places like Acadia National Park, it could mean closing the gates.
It's a big impact for us, and I think anytime that these hard decisions come up, it impacts not only the park, but a lot of our fundamental government services.
And food pantries all across the state are preparing for a potential uptick in needs as many federal programs would get interrupted.
I don't know how we will be able to handle additional people in need. There's only so much food we can receive and distribute every week, and we are, all of us in this area, at capacity.
It all hinges on whether Congress can come to a resolution.
I'm hoping good things will happen in the next 48 hours, but I have to tell you right now, I'm not very optimistic.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
With the arrival of fall, Mainers will soon be turning up the heat in their homes. Our David Ledford spoke with the WVII Fire Department about how to do so safely.
Ahead of the winter season and following house fires just last week in both Plymouth and Amherst, officials are sharing tips on safe heating. While it may seem obvious, WVII Fire Department Chief Pete Metcalf says the first thing homeowners should do is simply check their equipment, because not everybody does.
Check their boilers, check their furnaces. Even if they burn with natural gas or propane, it's good to have a technician come in and make sure the tolerances are where they're supposed to be.
A wood stove offers a rustic method for home heating, but you should be careful what you put in it, and make sure your chimney is thoroughly cleaned.
Small amounts of cardboard. You don't want to use a large amount. What can tend to happen is that cardboard or that paper will go up to the chimney, may sit in that chimney, and may cause a blockage. You clean your chimney. Don't burn food or other heavy trash. Anything that is not designed to burn in a wood stove or a fireplace could always lead to a catastrophic fire.
Metcalf says preparation is one of the most important steps in preventing a house fire.
We always recommend working smoke alarms, working carbon monoxide detectors in the homes. Replace any batteries that aren't working, and make sure that you do have working alarms in the homes. That's the best way to prevent death or injury in a home caused by fire.
In WVII, David Ledford, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And we do want to let you know we are hearing reports about a fire on the UMaine campus at Hitchner Hall. We have a crew on scene. We don't have any additional details at this hour. We'll bring you updates as we get them, but we do have a crew on scene on the UMaine campus at that reported fire. So we'll bring you more as soon as we have it.
Absolutely. And just something to keep in mind, especially, with that fire prevention story we just talked about. It is that time of the year where we start to see more and more of these fires that are attributed to heating. Obviously, we will continue to keep you updated on that fire at UMaine.
Something else to talk about too is sort of campfire safety. I mean, 'tis the season for s'mores and campfires and all of those things, and you want to exercise caution is there, because a fire in your backyard could become a house fire if you're not careful.
Absolutely. Yeah, and those temperatures, we're really feeling them cooling down overnight and into those morning hours too.
So it's perfect weather to be outside doing campfire things.
Exactly.
Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth and Peter. Our first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest rug cleaning destination for over 70 years. And temperatures were a little chilly to start off the morning today. We were in those low to mid 40s, even up into Millinocket area. A couple of 30s were showing up there just north of Millinocket and Greenville. So there were pockets of really, really cold air, even by the coast. The water is still by 60 degrees. The coast had temperatures near 42 degrees. Bar Harbor into the Rockland area, but rebounded very nicely. We were back in the 60s, a couple of 70s here in town, some lower 70s just up north into the Greenville area as well. Right by the coast, some mid 60s were in the area earlier today. Now, satellite does show just a few passing clouds. In general, we are clear, no rain in the area, just some mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Now, for tonight, we are going to see a few passing clouds. Temperatures will get chilly once again into those low to mid 40s. Beth and Peter?
All right.
All right, we're looking pretty good on our end then.
We are. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, this coming Saturday, the USS Augusta will be commissioned into active Navy service. We'll take you down to Eastport for a preview.
And our Doug Banks will take us to Pittsfield, where one congregation is losing the church they've called home for 150 years. We'll have those stories and more as we come right back.
Welcome to the Purple Baboon, a local gem on the Belfast waterfront. Find lots of little joys for every taste, like fun clothing for the whole family and a lovely selection of coastal Maine-made jewelry. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices. 31 Front Street, Belfast.
It's the Toyota 5-State Sales Event with deals on vehicles from the longest-lasting brand, Toyota. Recent and soon-to-be college grads could get a $500 rebate over and above most other offers. The Toyota 5-State Sales Event. Toyota. Let's go places.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Boderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
Ventilators, IV equipment, incubators in the NICU. Every room here is filled with life-saving medical equipment that relies on electricity. But question 3 would cost Mainers $13.5 billion and put our electricity in the hands of politicians. Politicians who pocket money from oil and gas companies. I wouldn't put a politician in charge of all of this. The stakes are just too high to trust them. Question 3 is a risk Mainers can't afford.
What can I get everyone?
The usual for all of us?
Actually, I'll do the special.
Great choice.
Wow, the special? Look at you.
Switch it up sometimes, you know.
I got 4 vodka sodas and 1 Maine blueberry mojito. So, who ordered the special? I'll grab a few more.
It's time to try something new. For more cocktail inspiration, download the Maine Spirits app.
It's Autumn Gold in Ellsworth. There's the Autumn Gold Car Show at the Home Depot with sales and events all over town. Free boat rides and kids carnival at Harbor Park. There are also other events downtown and at Woodlawn. Sponsored by the Ellsworth Area Chamber of Commerce.
Planning to dig in your yard with power tools? Call DigSafe first. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig. Utility crews will come out and mark where your gas, power, and cable lines are buried. Keep yourself and your neighborhood safe. It's the law.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Eleven 112 Easy Street in Pittsfield is home to one of the oldest buildings in town, but over the past few years, the Union Meeting House has started to deteriorate, making that church unsafe. So the Universalist Council members put the building up for sale after over 150 years of calling it their home. Our Doug Banks went to Pittsfield to find out what happens next for both the Union Meeting House and the Universalist members.
The Union Meeting House has gone through many changes since it was first built in 1857. One constant, however, has been the laughs, heartbreaks, and strength shared by Unitarian Universalists throughout the years.
This building has been part of my life for a long time.
But the Meeting House has started to show its age. The sanctuary walls are gradually being pushed outwards, causing structural damage to the roof. With lower attendance, insurance running out in November, and no contractors willing to take on the project, council members decided it was time to move on.
It's a beautiful space, but a church is not a building. A church is the people within it.
I have a love-hate relationship with this building in the sense that it's a beautiful, wonderful building. On the other hand, it has totally consumed this congregation for years.
Starting on Sunday, October 8th, their service will move here to the Pittsfield Public Library. And although their location may change, the love and support this community shares with one another is what's most important and what will always stay.
We're just going to be meeting somewhere else. It's the people that I mostly remember.
It was never a question of continuity. We will be a congregation. We'll continue to be a congregation.
Long after the clocks cease to tick and the sanctuary door closes, it's not the building that will last forever. It's the memories, even when the lights go out.
It's such a holy place with the beautiful windows. But, wherever we met, it was okay because we were all together.
In Pittsfield, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The USS Augusta has been docked in Eastport for the last 6 months, and on Saturday, she'll be commissioned into the active fleet. It's only the second vessel in history to be named after Maine's capital city, so it's only fitting for the ship to be commissioned right here in the Pine Tree State.
We've spent a lot of time learning to trust each other and increasing our own capabilities so that we are the best crew for the ship.
After half a year of extensive training, the crew of the USS Augusta is finally ready to embark on its long-awaited voyage. The littoral combat ship will officially join the active fleet during a commissioning ceremony on Saturday.
Just preparing for the commissioning has been wonderful. I've been blessed with a great crew.
Command Senior Chief Jonathan Ariave has been tasked with training the ship's 70 crew members for the past 6 months, during which time they've learned to rely on one another.
The beauty of a ship like the LCS is that small crew, but they're independent. They're dependent of each other so much that they build a bond that you don't really see too much on other platforms.
These crew members hail from all over the country, but that's not the only thing that makes this particular crew unique.
We are the first LCS crew to ever take a ship from the Gulf Coast all the way to the most northeast corner of America for commissioning before heading back to our home port of San Diego, California.
And after all their rigorous training and preparation, it's that return home that crew members are looking forward to most.
Seeing my wife and kids, seeing my family, seeing my sailors see their families again. They need that. They need to see their families again. They need to see their friends. They need to see the result of all their hard work within the past 6 months.
The USS Augusta will be commissioned Saturday at 10 a.m. in Eastport. Just a really cool look onto that ship there, and people are welcome to view the commissioning ceremony on Saturday. There will also be a live stream available. If you can't make it in person, you can head to our website, foxbangor.com, to learn more.
Just amazing. They came all the way up here to do the commissioning, and now they're going to sail all the way to San Diego.
Yeah. Just incredible.
Take me with you?
Yeah, right.
That sounds amazing.
Oh my gosh, it does.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's going to be such a relief once they finally get there and are able to see and embrace their families again.
Definitely a close-knit crew for sure. Alrighty, well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, an old Brewer staple is back and open for business. We'll have the details.
And in sports, Maine women's soccer remains unbeaten through 10 games. How they look to continue on their roll right after the break.
When it comes to fixing your car, you should have a choice.
But out-of-state automakers are starting to restrict access to your car's mechanical data.
That means local independent repair shops like mine,
and mine too, will lose their ability to diagnose problems and make repairs,
forcing you to expensive dealerships.
Right to Repair will protect your choice.
Your choice.
It's your car. Get it fixed where you want.
Please vote yes on question 4. Yes on Right to Repair.
Finding the right vehicle for you and your family can be a daunting task. At Varney Buick GMC, our expert staff is here to make the journey as painless as possible. Our goal is to get you and your family in a vehicle that will best fit into your lifestyle. Communication is key, and our team makes sure to be completely transparent throughout the process, informing you on all of your options. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Buick GMC.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Ellsworth, is sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. UMaine Online, over 50 online graduate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. Apply for spring, umaine.edu/online. Disconnected Tattoo and Art Shop with well-rounded artists and a fun atmosphere, located at the Maine Coast Mall in Ellsworth.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best year-round option for all of your home improvement projects. Prepare your garden with compost and decorate your yard with flowers and mulch. We load material by the yard and also have a large variety of bag goods to choose from. Rakes, shovels, wheelbarrows, and garden carts. We have all the necessary yard tools to help you get the job done. Now is also a great time to paint your home and stain the deck or patio. We can help you complete the project with Easy Care Paint and Woodsman Stain. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Do you want to improve or upgrade your home? Well, At Home Furniture, Appliance, and Bedding in Lincoln and Dover Foxcroft has got you covered. We pride ourselves in the relationships we build with every customer, from commercial businesses to homeowners. We have some of the best prices on the best brands of appliances, furniture, and mattresses, and we even offer full kitchen and bath remodels with a designer and installers on staff. So stop in today and check us out at one of our locations and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start up in Orono, where UMaine women's soccer is out to one of the best starts the team has ever seen in its 34-year history. The Black Bears have gone their first 10 games without a loss, 7 wins and 3 ties. And they're also out to 2-0 start in America East play, with forward Abby Kramer being named America East Player of the Week this week, and Kira Kozinski being named Goalie of the Week. But of course it takes a village, and that togetherness has really helped the team's deep talent show out.
Our talent pool is as competitive as it's ever been. We've got outstanding leadership, and I think being able to blend the new players into a cohesive team has happened a little quicker than I anticipated.
We worked a lot of team bonding and all those things, so just like playing together as a whole unit instead of like separate individual players is like what makes us really great.
And even though the team is well aware they're currently making history, their preseason MO of unfinished business is still all they're worrying about right now. As America East play hits its stride, the Black Bears are honing in on just staying consistent. If they can do that, they hope to win their first conference title ever.
Continuing to pose what we do on the game and not worrying about anything else. Our feeling is if we can do what we do well consistently, then we hope that the outcomes are going to take care of themselves.
Like the team's been talking, it's great to have this great start, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean anything if we can't keep it going. So.
Okay, now let's head over to Husson, where Eagles women's tennis has a big weekend ahead of them, hosting the NAC Conference Tournament on Saturday. Husson is going for their 6th NAC title in a row, albeit with a smaller team than normal, just 8 players for the Eagles after having 12 last year. Plus, the 6 returning players from last year's team had not seen much action before this year, but that small size has turned out to be a huge advantage in this year's run.
With 8, you can really focus in on some things that maybe you wouldn't always get to if you had a larger team. We could do some specialty shots like drop shots, isolating particular strategies that we don't always get to. So that's been kind of fun. And also it just, everyone gets to know each other a little bit better, so it's a little tighter knit group.
Unlike previous years, though, the Eagles are playing from under as the 3 seed, their lowest seed since 2017, the last time they didn't win the NAC. But with those 6 players coming back who know what it takes to win championship gold and know the home court environment so well, their position on the bracket might not mean much.
We know the environment, we know the nerves, we know like that there's gonna be an official there and more people than normal. We're not as nervous. We've done this before. And then the other 2 girls can just like follow our lead and just kind of blend in with the energy that we already know we have.
The tournament will start at 9 a.m. on Saturday at Armstrong Tennis Center in Hamden. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you so much, Ryan. What a pleasant day out there today. A little chilly start to the day. We were at around like 42, 43 degrees. Look what happened, near 70 later on this afternoon. Now things, of course, are starting to slowly cool off, but still near 70 as a high temperature. Mid-60s right by the coast, Bar Harbor into the Rockland area. The last week and a half, I'd say, temperatures have been warming up. 2.5, 3 weeks ago, we had some really chilly air, but then these red colors, that does indicate some warmer temperatures. Yes, there was one day that it was a little bit cooler, but in general, you get the feel that well above average temperatures were in the area, and they will continue to stick around, even warmer actually. Our average high temperature this time of year is in those mid-60s. Look what happens by Sunday, mid to upper 70s, and then by beginning to middle of next week, we're talking near 80 degrees returning once once again. So by then, our average high is going to be in those lower 60s. So it is going to be really, really warm for this time of year. And this is one of your last chances. Go out to swim. The ocean water is still in those upper 50s to around 60 degrees. Lake waters are in those lower 60s. But now, of course, as fall has returned, temperatures will start to dip. So this is one of your last chances before time starts to run out, folks. Go out there, enjoy the waters, maybe fishing, take a dive, or go some cliff diving if you can. Down south, of course, water temperatures still in the 80s. Up here, though, wind speeds at around 5 miles per hour right by the coast. Bar Harbor's around 6 miles an hour. Up north, Greenville, Millinocket area, near 0 mile per hour winds. So very calm just up north for our friends. Now, everybody had some really sunny skies today. Temperatures warmed back up into those 60s and 70s. Lots of sunshine continuing right now, but things will really be improving, actually. Instead of going downhill, we're going to continue to see lots of sunshine. Take a look at this. By Wednesday night, we're talking no rain all over the area, maybe a sprinkle down south into the Portland area, but you get the trend. It is going to be warm and it is going to be dry the upcoming week. And of course, with those warmer temperatures rolling in, dew points will start to rise by Sunday night, going right back down by Monday, and then by Tuesday morning into those afternoon hours on Tuesday, dew points will be high once again, so we'll feel a little bit sticky and muggy, but hey, with temperatures in the 70s, near 80, I'll take that for this time of year. Now for tonight into our area, we're talking low to mid 40s, partly cloudy skies, and there will be some fog once again, mainly into those morning hours by tomorrow. But as that fog lifts, partly cloudy skies will take over and temperatures near 70 degrees will be back. Our extended forecast outlook does show sunshine continuing to stick around right through the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Beth and Peter?
Wow. All right, that looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we thought it was nice already. It looks like we have a little bit of a warm up on the way, too.
Even better.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, more to come after the break. Stay with us.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
I called Joe Bornstein's office for a free case evaluation. They helped me with a car accident. I was injured, and so was my dog. They helped me with getting my vet bills reimbursed, my medical bills reimbursed, and going above and beyond, doing more than I had ever expected. They were kind, pleasant, and understanding through it all. The law offices of Joe Bornstein made the process so easy, I would absolutely recommend them.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Some things are worth waiting for. Something reliable, something loyal, something long-lasting. A 6-year warranty? Coyote's got that. One machine for all the dirty work? Count on Coyote. Coyote won't break your heart, and Whittemore & Sons got the deals that won't break the bank. So quit swiping and settling for less. Slide into Whittemore & Sons and be treated like family by a family who cares. 257 Waterville Road, Skowhegan.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Ellsworth, is sponsored by Shirley's Yarns, Crafts, and Gifts in Hancock, where you'll find a huge variety of yarns, crafts, and unique gifts. The best kept secret in Hancock County. Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales. Come buy your vehicle the Fairway. It's not just a slogan, it's the way we do business. Dragon Fire Pizza is serving the best pizza in Ellsworth. Don't believe us? Why not come by and see what all the hype is about?
It's the Toyota 5-state sales event with deals on vehicles from the longest-lasting brand, Toyota. Right now, you could save with 3.99% financing on a Tacoma 4x4. The Toyota 5-state sales event. Toyota. Let's go places.
Tonight, countdown to a possible shutdown with so much at stake, where things stand. Plus, the GOP debate boost, who stood out and why. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Finally tonight, if you're looking for a locally owned shop to get a special gift for a special someone, a former Brewer staple is back in town and open for business. Huckleberry's first opened up shop 10 years ago in Brewer, but later moved to Bucksport for a while. And after a tough year last year, owner Diane Stimson says they've found a spot back in Brewer. She says they are glad to welcome back patrons, and it's been a bit of a homecoming.
It's been great in that so many customers who I had in Brewer previously have come in and said, I'm so glad you're back. And that's been nice.
Stimson says she focuses on unique items like pottery, jewelry, signs, and jigsaw puzzles. She says those puzzles are actually one of her biggest sellers. And she also says she is stocked and ready to go with, brace yourself folks, Christmas ornaments.
Never too
I
early.
said it. Sorry, not sorry.
That's great. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, some people aren't even looking ahead to Halloween just yet,
Yeah.
but hey, I know plenty of people that that love to do those holiday
Right.
planning and shopping way ahead of time.
Well, and if
so.
she's got one of a kind distinctive ornaments, yeah, you want to get those out early and get your hands on them early. So why not
Exactly.
take a spin in there, see
Yeah.
what she's got. The jigsaw puzzles sound interesting,
Mhm.
a little challenging when you have a dog to keep them out of the jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does propose a challenge.
It does. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us. Take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.